Hi there, this is Daft and False Music, bringing you honest music reviews from the hills of eastern Kentucky. A few updates before I even start on this review. First of all, as you can see from the super ultra high fancy fade-in, that this is not the normal computer that I do my work on, in a way. There's a different kind of webcam I'm not entirely used to. This is a different computer. It's my dad's work computer, so it has that brand spanking cool intro. Second, I got a haircut. I know, so I don't look too much like a bum, but same guy that you all come to know and love. And third, I got a bunch of requests coming in. Some people wanted me to do Queens of the Stone Age, some White Stripes, and a friend of mine wanted to do the entire My Morning Jacket discography. So I'm going by what came first. The My Morning Jacket discography was first. So this is a little ambitious project I'm going to be starting on tonight. Starting with the Tennessee Fire. Let me turn this down a little bit. The Tennessee Fire. This came out 1999, back on Darla Records. And I really need no introduction to this band. They kind of been pretty popular for a while. So if you don't know them, chances are you should. But in case you don't know, My Morning Jacket is a great rock and roll band from Louisville, Kentucky. And they have so many different styles that they embraced in the past 10 years. They started out as kind of this indie folk rock band and then have come into be one of the most powerful rock and roll bands of the last 15 years. And, of course, you wouldn't suspect this on their first album. It's the Tennessee Fire. When this album was first made, this album came out in 99, most of the songs are actually demos that Jim James were created in his bedroom, and basically some of the songs were recorded at Shelbyville, and most of them were just him playing. There's a few of them that are just him playing, but for the most part, there's a few band songs on here, like this one. This is actually my favorite song on the album, By My Car. And they first started out as a very kind of quiet, introspective, loner folk band. But what really sets this album, what really makes the blueprints of later albums come out, is Jim James' voice. His voice has always been soaring with, this angelic reverb. It's always been a very powerful rock and roll voice. Even in like some of the folk songs, it's just this very powerful, booming voice, and it just kind of soars. And this album, of course, is very minimalistic. There's not a whole lot of distortion like in later albums. There's not a whole lot of like powerful rock anthems like on Z and Evil Urges. So it's a very low-key album. There's a lot of great songs on here. My Morning Jacket at this point, throughout their whole career, they've had a penchant for creating such just great hooks and, really great choruses. A lot of the songs kind of follow the verse, chorus, verse, bridge format, but there are a few songs that kind of take a detour, if you will, into stranger territory. And some of the bridges are longer and have repeated vocals or guitar lines. And there's like little windy guitar lines that really are prominent in these songs. Another great thing about this album is just how low-key it sounds. It sounded like it was recorded in a living room. Picture of You, for example, the song that we're listening to. It sounds like the band is right there just playing, just all of them kind of huddled together and creating this wonderful, beautiful music. So, yeah, I really like this album. Originality, well, they were doing some things that other indie bands were doing at the time. It's kind of Elliott Smith sounding. At times it reminds me of Spoon. The vocals do remind me of Flaming Lips. But what those bands are lacking is great vocal harmonies, and this band could really sing. Jim James is just a powerful singer, and the way he kind of overdubs harmonies onto it and makes this angelic sound, it's very original sound. So they started out as just kind of an alternative country band, and then evolved into so much more. The flow of this album, it's hit and miss. There are some songs that flow perfectly into the next one, but I think there are too many ballads on this album, and it could have benefited from some more up-tempo stuff. And it's kind of low-key, kind of depressing album, very sad. There's a lot of breakup songs on it, so it kind of has that. But I mean, if you're looking for a really good breakup album, or if you're in a really chill mood, then this album is perfect for you. So I'm going to give this one a 7.5 out of 10. It's not my favorite My Morning Jacket album, but it's by no means bad. And it's actually a really great start, because it actually is very accessible, and there's a lot of killer hooks, and it's a great way to start your collection. So anyway, this is Deaf to False Music. Enjoy the video, and I'll have some more coming soon. Peace.